Alright, we're live. Cool. There we go. Alright, welcome on in team. Welcome on into Pilates 4. So, exciting news of the day is we have just launched Rise TV. So if you're an active member, you should have received 2 emails yesterday. One with all the info and one also with your login deets. So this is going to be a really lovely new platform. We've got all of our live classes going to be on there, all of our on-demand classes. Through a really nice little app, so it should be really easy to jump in and get involved in any of our live or on-demand classes, and we're just going to keep on adding there. So lots of exciting new content and courses coming your way. So
login details, it's just the same email as they use for Rise.
Okay.
Sets their own password, it's the same email.
So I've just been told by the brains coming out of the computer that the login details will be the same. So it's the same email you use for your normal Rise login, and then use a password you should have received. So if you haven't received that, or you don't have any questions about it or anything, do just get in touch, let us know, and we'll be very happy to help. So hopefully a super lovely platform to really help you get the most out of your Rise virtual experience. And like I said, we're going to add lots and lots of new exciting content and courses, like looking at nutrition, looking at well-being, looking at breaking down the yoga poses. So lots of really useful resources coming your way. So check that out. So that's our Rise TV platform, which is for active members. If you're joining us over on Facebook or Instagram, and you want to become a virtual member, you can also jump over to our Rise homepage, so rise.co.uk/online, and all the details on there about how you can become a Rise virtual member and access all of our virtual studio and virtual resources as well. So do check that out. We've also got all of our tunes and the links to our tunes available on our website. So same links, you can see our schedule and all the Spotify playlists. You can also check out the Spotify playlist just by finding them on our Spotify account. So if you just search for Rise, and then we've got Flex, Power and Chill all up there. So all of our playlists right from 1 through 15, and we'll of course add 16 when we get those sorted as well. So yeah, do go and have a look. If you've got any tunes you fancy sticking on, stick on some tunes, and yeah, I think that's it. And exciting things that are coming your way. So yeah, just to summarise that, so you should have 2 emails. If you haven't got those emails and you want to find out more, if you've got any questions, send us a message. If you'd like to become a virtual member and get access to all those resources, jump over to our website. All the info is on there. And you're all super welcome on into Pilates 4. That's what we're doing today. So you don't really need anything except yourself. We're just thinking about finding a nice comfortable position with our mat, making sure you've got plenty of space. If you know that you like to use a brick and a strap, you're super welcome to, but they're not essential at all. Just work at your, just there if you need a little bit of extra support. So yeah, this is Pilates. If you've not done Pilates before, Pilates is all about building strength in the core, in the spine, in the abdominals, in the glutes. So do just remember lots of different options. Take those options if you need them. Right, we've got 30 seconds to get going. So yeah, we're going to be starting off supine, and then we'll be coming up to some bridge-based work, up to some standing work. We're thinking about working into the upper body, a little bit of flexibility, and then down to some more abs at the end. So take it your own level, switch around between levels. Most important thing is focusing on alignment, on strength and control. All right, team. We've got 10 seconds to get started, so let's come on down and find our way into a supine bound angle pose. So soles of the feet are together, back of the neck long, shoulders relaxing down, and that's us getting started there. So you're all super welcome on into Pilates. This is Pilates 4 today. So just have a little play with whether the feet are closer or further from the hips, shooting the shoulders down to the mat, letting the back of the neck be long, relaxing the shoulders, and just taking a few moments to find some deep full breaths in, and so deep breaths into the lower belly, into the back body, into the side body. Just starting to bring new oxygen, new energy into the body. Starting to relax and
slow down. If it's not comfortable to have the knees falling out here, remember you can stretch the legs out long on the mat or bring the knees in to knock in, anything at all. Just aim to find a position where we can start to slow down and find space. Taking 3 more deep breaths in. And deep full inhales. And exhales. 1 more breath in. And from there, just starting to draw the knees in towards each other, using your hands if you need to, and start to give yourself a little squeeze, a little stretch. Maybe just drawing some circles with the lower back one way, and the other way. And then when you're ready, planting the feet down on the floor, so the knees are in the air, the back of the neck is long, the shoulders are relaxed. Start to find a nice light engagement through the abdominals, so we start to find a nice little squeeze in of the abs, the back of the neck is long, and from there we're going to ground down, big toe, little toe heel, and start to engage the core, engage the glutes, and slowly, with control, ripple up vertebra by vertebra, pressing the chest towards the chin, keeping knees in line with ankles, try not to let the knees splay out, and then we're rolling down again with as much control as we can, really slow, really controlled. So rippling up, knees, ankles, hips stay in line, really squeeze the glutes to the top, stretch chest to chin, and then very, very, very slowly rolling down again. What we're trying to do here is just warm up the spine. So we're thinking about peeling from the tailbone up, thinking about using the core and the glutes to find that lift, and then we're lowering down with that same level of control again, vertebra by vertebra, knees, ankles, hips stay in alignment. If you'd like to add in the arms, feel free, letting the arms float out over the head, let the chest reach up towards the chin, make sure the shoulders stay down if you're working with the hands, and then we're rolling down again with that same level of control. So warming up the body, start to feel all of that strength you have in the legs, in the glutes, opening through the chest. So make that reverse movement just as slow, just as controlled. 1 more, just rolling up, slow and controlled, squeezing the top. And then really slow, 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 roll down again. Thinking about giving yourself a little squeeze there, a little stretching. And from there we're just going to take the knees over the hips, the lower back is on the floor, the shoulders are relaxed, and we're just going to tap 1 toe down, draw knee up in line with knee, and tap the other toe down. So nice and easy, taking toe taps. Lower back stays on the floor, slow tap at 1 toe down, squeezing the core to lift back up, slow tap at the other. So we're just starting to feel into that strength through the core. So really slow, really controlled. If you want to make it harder, we're moving into the doubles. Thinking about squeezing the core to lift and using the core to make sure the lower back is on the floor as we lower. So when we're in, the key aim of Pilates is to strengthen the muscles that support a healthy spine. So what we're aiming to do here is make sure the lower back stays on the floor. So whenever the legs are off the mat, we want the lower back to be on the mat. That's so we're using the abdominals to strengthen rather than the lumbar spine. Shoulders are relaxed, just little lowers, and squeeze, lift. Perfect, working here for 5, so really slow, and squeeze, lift, 4, well done, 3, squeeze, power up, 2, 1 more, just a little lift, and lower, starting to feel into the core, and then giving yourself a little squeeze there, a little stretch. From then moving into pelvic roll, so palms face down by the sides, engaging the abdominal, shoulders relaxed. We're going to take the knees in towards, just squeeze the core, lift the lower back off the floor, and then very slowly roll back down again. So this is all about that abdominal contraction. We're engaging the muscles of the abs, lift the tailbone off the floor, and then very slowly releasing back down with control. So really squeeze, lift on up, tailbone first, slowly releasing down. So you're very welcome to work there. So thinking about just lifting as far as feels good for you. Remember, you don't have to lift them really far off the back off the mat. We just want to lift as far as you can. This is mostly about contracting the abdominals rather than the lift. So we don't want to be swinging the legs so much as contracting. So don't worry if it feels like a tiny little movement, just finding that little lift. If If you'd like to make it harder, you can extend the legs and lift up with extended legs. So we're taking more of a reverse curl here. So shoulders are relaxed, taking a little squeeze, lift, slow, lower. And what we want to do is make sure we've got control over this. So what we're trying to avoid is any sense of throwing the legs in the air. We want to keep the spine long, so we're squeezing to lift, slow, controlled, lower. You want to find that contraction, you want to find that control. We squeeze on up, power up, lift, and lower with control. Nice job. So squeezy, powerful, lift up, and very slow, lower down. Nice job. So just thinking about getting into the lower abs here. Maybe you can switch back to a heels in towards the bum if you prefer. Any little variations working here for 5. Squeeze, lift, and lower 4. Well done, really powerful, lift up, slow, release 3. Squeeze, lift, 2. One more if you can. And lower. Lower back on the floor. From here we're going to move into a tap and scoop. So it's an extension of our first exercise. So option 1, we're going to tap one toe down. From there we extend the leg and then scoop back up. So what we're doing is we're extending and lengthening the movement. So we spend longer in that extension, then we squeeze the abs hard to come back through center. So really slow and controlled squeeze, powering on up, knee towards the chest. So you're very welcome to work there. Really slow and controlled as before, finding that power, that strength through the abdominals. If that's too much, return to toe taps. If you'd like to take it further, we're going to tap both toes down, extend, squeeze on up, and off we go. So tapping both toes down, extend. When we extend the lever and come to this position, keeping the lower back on the floor, you really have to contract the abdominals. So we want to make sure that it's slow and controlled. If you can't fully extend the legs, if it gets too much and the lower back starts to arch, just lifting the legs up there. So we're taking a toe tap, an extension, but we're not coming out fully. So any of these variations. Remember, the aim here is to get into the lower abdominals. So this first little section of class is all about firing up those lower abdominals. These are really important for healthy spinal alignment, for maintaining that lovely length through the spine, so supporting balance and supporting the lower back. Squeezing in the core, really feel those contractions, try not to rush it. Working here for 5, well done, so extend, and draw in 4, 3, well done, squeezy lift 2, 1 more, and release there. Give yourself a little squeeze, little rock and roll, little stretch. And from there we're going to take one more exercise. We're going to take legs in the air, lower back is on the floor, soft bend through the knees if you need to. We're going to take leg lowers. So engaging the abdominals, shoulders relaxed. We're going to slowly lower one leg down and draw the leg back up, slowly lowering the other. So the aim here is we want the lower back to stay on the floor. We want to keep the core engaged. We want to avoid wiggling from side to side. So try to make it as slow as you can, as controlled as you can. If you want to make it harder, we're going to slowly lower both legs down and squeeze, lift back up. Lower back stays on the floor, really slow and controlled. And powerful squeezy lift. So think about only lowering the legs as far as you can keep the lower back on the floor. So if that's just a little way, and then back up again, that's fine. If you need to have a bend in the knees, that's also fine. So we'll just really want to slow down. If it feels easy, just hold a little bit at the bottom, and then come back up. So final exercise here. In this little lower abdominal set, we're slowly lowering down, squeezing the core, keeping that control, and then returning back up. Perfect. Working here for 5. So really slow it down, squeeze and contract. 4, 3, squeeze, 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 2. And 1, well done. Give yourself a little rock and roll, a little stretch. And let's take a quick spinal twist. left leg extends, hugging with the right knee. Take the left hand to the right knee, drawing the right knee across the chest and extending the right arm away. Maybe extending the gaze out towards the right as well. Inhaling. And exhaling, relaxing down, stretching out, deep breaths in. And first 3, inhale. Exhaling 2. One more deep breath in. And out. From there, coming back through center and extending the right leg out, hugging in with the left knee. Inhale and exhale, take a twist. So we're drawing the knee across the chest, extending the left arm out. Inhaling, stretch. Exhale, let the left shoulder release down. So breathing into the outside of the left leg, into the left shoulder. Really deep, full breaths as we open out and stretch out there. Inhale. And exhaling. So relaxing down. Aim to find space, mobilizing the spine for 3. A little counter pose. 2. One more breath in. And coming back up. And from there, I'm just going to give ourselves a little squeeze, a little hug in. And rock up to seated. Alright, we're coming up to table here. So we're going to find our way to a table pose. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Thinking about spreading the fingers out wide, engaging the core. And then from there, we're just going to plant the hands underneath the shoulders and find our way to a full plank. So hands underneath the shoulders, pressing really hard with the hands into that, squeezing in the core, thinking about the crown of head being forwards, the shoulder blades come apart, engaging the quads. From there, we're going to take a little walk out, so we're going to pike the hips, walk the hands back towards the feet, finding your way into a floppy forward fold, letting the head and the shoulders relax, and then we're just going to walk forwards again. So nice and easy, walking forwards, keeping the core engaged, and then slowly, with control, walking back again. So we're thinking about trying not to wiggle the hips from side to side. We're finding that lovely stretch out through the backs of the legs. Perfect. So moving forwards some of the way or all the way into a plank. And back again. So what we want to do here is focus on contraction of the core. So Pilates is effective because we focus on that muscular engagement. So thinking about finding that plank position, making sure you feel really strong there, you're pressing the hands into the mat, the core is engaged, and then slowly walk it back. Perfect. I'm going to take one more little walk forwards. Try to keep those hips stable. And back again, getting a nice bit of dynamic movement and flexibility work. And then from there, chin to chest, roll on up, vertebra by vertebra, all the way up to standing, rolling the shoulders down at the top. Coming into the centre of your mat here, we're just going to move into our first little standing exercise. We're going to take the feet forwards, the shoulders down the back, the core is engaged. From there, we're just going to sink down low into a squat. You can bring the hands out in front of you. So what we want to do is knees over ankles, engaging the glutes, thinking about the spine being long, the shoulders back. Inhale. And exhale, sinking down low, making sure the knees are over ankles, squeezing the glutes, squeezing the core, holding there for 3. Inhale. Exhale, 2. One more breath in. And coming on up there. Inhale. And exhale, slowly lowering down, thinking about the core staying engaged, the glutes staying engaged. And you're very welcome to stay there, or you can start to transfer the weight over into your right foot, lifting the left heel up, maybe staying there, or maybe starting to extend that left leg out, finding a single leg squat balance. So we're going to hold here for 3. Well done. 2. 1. Set that left foot down, calm up, reset, inhale, and exhale. Send the hips out behind you, strong through the core. Move the weight into your left foot now. Right heel is going to lift, thinking about finding strength. Maybe starting to lift the right knee up, maybe starting to extend. We're thinking about keeping the core engaged, shoulders back, stretch through the chest, keep that lifted. 3. So stabilize that knee, we're strengthening the quads and the glutes, really good for knees. 2. And 1, set that foot down, sink down low, weight into the heels, strong through the core, keeping the chest lifted, deep breaths in, and out for 3, strong through the core, the glutes. 2, and 1, let's have another go. So right foot grounds,
left foot lifts. What we want to do here is keep the knee over the ankle, the core engaged. We want to focus on stability, so don't worry if you're not at full depth. We're just aiming to hold for 3, 2, 1, and come on up. Once more like this, inhale, exhale, sink down into a squat, knees over ankles, hips coming out behind you, core engaged, moving the weight to the left foot and then maybe having go lifting up with right. So we're really thinking about power, about strength, deep breaths in, and out, engage and hold, 3, 2, 1, step foot down, rise up. Alright, let's take it a little bit further. So we're going to take our way down to a single leg squat, so we're going to move down, find a squat, weight to the left foot, and then we're going to extend that left foot out. From there we're going to take little single leg squat lifts and low. So it's quite a difficult one. I find this really hard. Really great exercise for strengthening the knees. We're working on balance as well. So lowering down just as far as you can. Make sure you can still see your big toe. Lifting back up. Keep that core engaged, the shoulders back. Working here another 3. So squeeze to lift. Try not to wobble. And lower. 2. Nice job. Almost there. One more. Little lower. And squeezy lift. Swapping over. So find your way back into a squat, sink down, lower the hips, weight into the heels. Left foot is going to ground, right foot is coming up. And from there we're going to lower and lift. Strong through the core. Shoulders down, so lowering down and squeezing to lift. So shoulders move back, core is engaged. Squeeze to lift and lower. So we're thinking about making sure the weight is moving backwards into the heels. We're lifting and lowering with control, keeping the shoulders back, working here for 3. So really squeeze to lift and lower. 2, great job. 1 more. And release. Alright, give those legs a little shake out. And from there we're going to take chin to chest, roll on down, plant the hands, and walk our way back to a table pose. So from here we're going to take a nice rotating side plank. So hands underneath the shoulders. We're going to turn, rotate, lift up to the sky, stretch up, open through the chest, and then slowly squeeze the core, return back through center. So we're going to power up, lift up, reach tall, stretch through the side body, and then slowly, slowly, slowly return back through center. Keeping the core engaged. So we're just moving from side to side. Really power the hips up high, open out through the side body, and use the abdominals to control that movement back through center. If that's too much for you, what we can do is come into a side plank. I'm just going to move and hold a side plank, thinking about hand underneath the shoulders, pressing the hips high, opening through the chest, hold it for a count of 3, and then carefully return back through center, taking your side plank on the other side. So practicing that side plank. So if you need to, take some time just to practice your side plank to build up confidence in the side plank. You can even lift up a leg there. Do feel free. So either a rotating side plank. Remember, you're thinking about pressing high with the hips, opening through the heart, squeezing the core, and slowly returning through center. Squeeze and power up, lift up, stretch up, and returning back. So we're going to move from side to side. Remember, you can take those modifications, you can just hold if you need to. What we're doing here is thinking about stretching and strengthening. If you're in that side plank, we press the hips up high, press that bottom hand into the mat. Great job. Working here for 5. So powerful lift and squeeze and up, stretch up. 4. Well done. 3. Lift, 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 strong through the core. 2. Powerful lift on up. And 1. Find your way back to standing. So we're going to walk the feet towards the hands and find your way into a little floppy forward fold. Little shake out there, little wiggle out for 3. Deep breaths in and out. 2. And 1. Squat strong for the core. Slowly roll all the way up. And we're back up into standing. Alright, so we're going to take a nice little exercise here that builds flexibility and strength. So it's our standing deadlift. And again, a bit of a balance pose. We're going to engage the right quad, the right glute. Left toes come out behind us. We're steering the hips down towards the mat. From there, we're going to inhale, shoulders back, stretch forwards, seesaw forwards, and then squeeze, try not to wiggle, power on up, left knee drives towards the chest, shoulders down the back. So we're just going to slowly, with control, seesaw forward, stretch forward, shoulders back, And then squeeze the core, drive knee to chest, shoulders back, power that knee in. Make sure you've got this standing quad engaged, the glutes engaged, slowly, slowly, slowly moving forwards. And then powerful squeeze on up, knee into chest, shoulders back. Awesome stuff. So what we're doing here is we're practicing moving balance. We're thinking about strengthening the quad of that standing leg, opening up space in the hamstring, and we're also thinking about turning that glute and quad on of that standing leg. As we come up, drive that knee to the chest, working on abdominal strength. Working on moving balance as well, that ability to control balance as we move. Working here for 5, well done, squeeze the lift up, try not to wobble. 4, really slow, really controlled. 3, well done, strong through the core. 2, and reset there. Left foot grounds, right foot comes back, engage the core. Thinking about spreading the chest wide, engaging the core, and then we're going to slowly lower down. Remember, you've got that left quad engaged, engage the muscles of that leg, and then drive knee to chest, shoulders back. Awesome stuff. So really slow, really controlled. Slow, 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 slow movement down, and then really strong squeezy lift coming all the way back up. Great job. Awesome. So we're just keeping that control. Make it slow. Make sure the muscles are switched on. And then driving up, lifting up, knee in towards the chest, finding that power. Shoulders move back. Awesome stuff. Looking good. Really slow down. Engage. Powerful lift back up. Thinking about finding that strength in the core. Engaging the muscles of that standing leg. Almost there. Working here for 5. So try to make it as slow as you can. Remember, this is all about control. This is a super important skill to practice. So particularly when we're thinking about injury prevention in sports, when we're running, when we're moving, trying to engage the muscles, learn how to engage the muscles through movement and prevent us falling over, taking little tumbles through. Something to tend to do quite a lot. Bit of a trademark too, so this is definitely one for me. One more. Little movement forwards. And powerful squeezy lift. And reset there. Well done. Give yourself a little shakeroo. And from there we're going to roll on down. Walk the hands forward. We've got another little plank-based exercise for you here. What we're going to do is we're going to take a little press up. So hands are underneath the shoulders, strong through the core. From there we're going to bend the elbows, come out at 45, chest comes to meet the hands, and then we're coming back up. Trying to keep the body in one long line, so a little lower, squeezing in through the shoulders and through the chest. If you need to drop down to the knees here, feel free. What you want to do here, if you're taking a kneeling press up, is make sure the knees are quite far away from the body if you can. Then you can lower and lift, and you're still finding, just make sure the hands are underneath the shoulders, you're still finding that one long line from the right through the body. You're lifting and lowering one piece. You really want to feel the core engaged, supporting that position. If that's too much and you need to take it easy again, the knees move closer in. We're taking that little lower and lift. We still want that strength in the core, but we're just taking that little bend there. So don't feel like you've got to come really far. We want to take it slow and controlled. So remember, you can work from the knees if you need to. Make sure you've got that hand position set up at a good point for you. Little bend of the elbows, squeezy lift back up. Make sure you've got the core really controlled. Make sure the leg muscles are engaged. We're just focusing on finding strength, working here for 3. Well done. Squeeze to lift knees if you need to 2. So we're opening out through the elbows and then really spiral around. Feel that engagement. One more if you can. So we're spiraling the elbows back in. Woo, and 1. Walk hands back towards the feet. Woo, that's got the temperature up. And when you're ready, just roll on up, all the way up. Shoulders down the back. Great job. All right, moving into the centre of your mat. And from there, right foot's going to come forward. Our fun little standing exercise. This is a great little one for the legs. Nice little way of flexibility as well. So the right foot comes into the centre of the mat. From there, we're going to step back with the left foot. We're essentially taking this little lunge variation. So the left knee moves up over the left ankle. It's almost like a bit of a chair-like pose going on here, a bit of a squat. We're stretching through the front of the right leg, then we're going to squeeze to lift, and then we're just going to take that again. So we're sinking down low, and then we're squeezing the core, working to the legs, coming back up, and working there. So we're getting a nice bit of dynamic flexibility through the back of that right leg, and you really want to focus on engaging, squeezing that left glute as you move. So we're just rocking forwards and backwards here, really focus on that engagement. So this is one of those quite simple exercises, but what we want to focus on is that muscular engagement. So feel the glutes switched on, the core is switched on, the spine is long, stretching out through that hamstring and coming on up. Perfect, working here for 3. So slow sink back and squeeze your left shoulders back, 2. Awesome. 1 more. Squeeze and power on up, stretch up. And then swapping over. Left foot moves forwards, right foot is moving back. And we're going to just step back. So we're sinking the hips backwards. Knee is not too far forwards. We're stretching out down the inside of the left leg and coming on up. So thinking about sinking down low, squaring the hips, squeezing the glutes. Find that stretch and then just rocking forwards there. So finding, making sure you've got a nice position, make sure you feel really comfortable, you're moving into a position that feels good, and then squeeze, lift. You really want to slow down that movement forwards and backwards. Awesome stuff, working here for 5. So squeeze, lift. Got 1 more plank-based exercise after this. 4, sinking down low. After that, got a little bit of stretching. Squeezing to lift. 3. Well done. A little bit of supine work to get a bit more upper body, some more lower body, and then back into abs to finish. And 1, release. Great job, give yourself a little shaker out. And we'll see a quick little quad stretch there actually. So right foot is going to ground, engage the muscles of that standing leg. I'm going to take the left foot up in towards the bum. Press the left toes down, the hips forward, so we feel this really deep stretch down through the front of the left leg. Shoulders are relaxed, well done. 3, inhale. Exhale, 2. 1 more deep inhale. And exhale, release. Left foot down, right foot is coming up, right heel in towards the bum, pressing the hips forwards and turning the right toes down towards the mat. Inhaling and exhaling, stretching through the quads for 3. Inhale. Exhale, 2. And 1, releasing down from there. Chin to chest, roll on down, walking the hands forwards and the feet back, and finding your way into a plank, and from there down onto the forearms, into a forearm plank. Thinking about the core, staying engaged, working there. You can just hold that forearm plank. You can drop down to the knees, or if you're ready, we're going to take a little froggy spider leg. We're thinking about working to outer glutes, keeping the hips down, strong through the elbows, keeping the shoulder blades coming apart, working here. So we're thinking about squeezing in the core, finding that strength through the upper body for 5, moving with control. 4, a little bit of side work, strong, keep those abs engaged, hips in line with shoulders. 3, 2, and 1. Hips down low, and just take a little wiggle out, a little stretch out, elbows under shoulders, reaching forwards with the chest. Perfect. Take a breath in, and 1 more time. Inhale and exhale. Hands under the shoulders, press hips to heels, stretching all the way back, forehead to the mat. Inhaling and exhale. 1 more breath in, and then chin to chest, roll on up and swing both legs out in front of you. Awesome stuff. So we're just going to take a quick little stretch. Left foot is going to come out to the left corner of the mat, right foot comes in. This is a great point if you know that you like to use a brick or a tap or you're feeling tighter today. This is a good point to grab one. So we're thinking about just taking a forward fold. You work with a strap. That's a really nice way just to work into length without compromising the shoulder position. So we're thinking about grounding through the sit bones. Inhale, lift. Exhale, start to fold forward, stretching into the back of the hamstrings, letting the shoulders relax. Inhale and exhale. So deep, full breaths into the back of the legs, into the lower back for 5. Inhaling. Exhaling 4. Really deep breath in. And 3. Well done. Just relaxing down, inhaling. Exhaling 2. 1 more, full breath in. And rolling on up there. Inhale, reach up tall. Exhale, twist. Left hand to right knee, right hand behind you. Grind it down the sit bones. Inhale. And exhale, twist. Take a deep breath in. And when you're ready, swapping over. Right foot extends, left foot comes in. Inhale, reach up, angle, and fold forwards. It might be able to reach forwards comfortably. You can plant the hands down by the sides, or maybe we are taking a strap. Inhaling. And exhaling. We're just stretching into the hamstrings, into the lower back. So thinking about moving long from the base of the spine. Inhaling. And exhaling. Shoulders relaxing, stretching out, deep breaths in. And well done. So yawning and stretching out for 3. Inhale. Exhale. So getting into the hamstrings, the lower back, really important for spinal health, to help the pelvis be in its natural position. 2. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Rolling on up there. And from there, we're just going to take a little counter twist. Inhale. Exhale, easy twist, right hand to left knee, left hand behind you. Taking a moment, taking a breath, inhale. Exhale. And returning through centre. Coming out there, extending both legs out in front of you, shimming the sit bones out behind you, double leg forward fold. So we're inhale, reaching up, angling the body forwards, and from there starting to relax down. If you want to take a strap around the balls of the feet, you're super welcome to do that here as well. Again, what we want to avoid is reaching forwards and the shoulders hunching up behind the ears. We want to keep the chest reaching forwards. Almost imagine like drawing the heart to the toes, rib cage towards the knees. We want to find that sense of extension. So inhale, reaching up. And exhale, moving the body weight forwards, stretching forwards, inhaling. And exhaling for 5, deep breaths in. And opening out through the back body, through the lower back, 4. Shoulders releasing, 3. 3 deep inhales. Exhales, 2. 1 more breath in. And rolling on up there, releasing. And from there, I'm just going to roll all the way down to lie on our backs.
So a couple of little bridge-based exercises to start with. So we're going to take the left ankle to the right knee. We're going to take a pigeon bridge press. So left ankle is on the right knee, right foot is grounded, core engaged. We're going to squeeze the glutes as we power on up, opening through the hips, strengthening through the back body. Slowly lower down with control. So powerful squeeze, lift right quad, right glute, stretch up, squeeze up, chest to chin. Slow, 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 roll down. Working here for 5. So squeeze and lift and up. 4. So really slow down, powerful lift. 3. Squeezy, squeezy, squeezy. Slow release. 2. And 1. Swapping over, left ankle plants, right ankle comes onto the left knee. So make sure you've got that knee ankle hip stable, squeezing to lift, power on up, squeeze, and slow, controlled lower. So we're thinking about that powerful squeeze, lift, press, 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 reaching on up, squeeze on up, slow, controlled, release down. Working here for 5. Powerful lift on up, squeeze on up, slow release back down. 4. Well done. So lifting on up, squeeze to lift and to lower. 3. 2. And 1. Releasing there. Give yourself a little squeeze, a little stretch. And from there we're going to plant the right foot down, hug the left knee in. And actually, let's just start with the hands by the side. Left knee's in. We're going to squeeze, lift the hips high, slow, lower. So we're taking a single leg bridge press. You're very welcome to stay here. Knee, ankle, hips stay in alignment. We're squeezing the glutes to press up, engaging the core to lower down. If you'd like to make it harder, taking the hands just underneath the knees. Powerful lift and squeeze on up. Slow, controlled return back down to the floor. Shoulders stay relaxed, back the neck long. Working here for 10. So squeeze, lift, slow, lower, 9. Well done, really squeezy, squeezy, squeezy there. 8. Great job. 7. Powerful lift and press up. 6. 5. So really strong through the glutes, through the legs. 3. Well done. 2. And 1. Swapping over, the left foot grounds, engaging the core. We're going to take the hands down by the side, start off with right knee in, squeezing to lift, chest to chin, engaging to lower. Hand underneath the knee, we're thinking about powerful press on up, lift on up, slow, slow, slow release down. So think about working there for another 10. So engage, lower 8, so squeezy, squeezy, squeezy up. We're using the whole of the one leg to lift the whole way of the body, so keep that knee ankle hip in alignment, feel that power through the glute, working the abs, come down. 7, 6, well done, doing really well. 5, 4, powerful lift and slow lower. 3, 2, and 1, release. Take the hands and knees and just draw some nice sweeping circles with the knees one way and the other way. Alright, moving back into lower ab set, we're just going to take a little eagle, actually not going to do roll-ups first. So we're going to take the roll-ups here, so we're going to nice and easy set-up variation. Option 1, we're going to take chin to chest, squeeze the core, squeeze the abs, fingertips float to the knees, slow release back down again. So we're thinking about just making sure chin is coming to the chest first, is the contraction of the abdominals that lifts the shoulders off the mat, and we slowly release down. Option to take it to a full roll-up, flexing the feet back, the neck long, and then we're going to take chin to chest, squeeze, lift on up, maybe take a little forward fold, and then releasing back down again. Really slow and controlled. So chin to chest, squeeze is the contraction of the abdominals that does the lifting, keeping the feet grounded, try not to rush the movement. From there, the feet are planted, shoulders are relaxed, chin to chest, squeeze, and the abs lift, chest reaches forwards, and slow, 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 roll down, really slow. So you can either have the hands over the head to start with, that'll make it a bit easier because you get a little bit of momentum to lift yourself up, or if you want to make it harder, just keep those legs and arms out in front of you, keep the feet grounded, remember chin to chest, squeeze, contract the abdominals, lift on up, and slowly roll back down. Great job. Working here for 5, really lift up, stretch up, 4, well done, slow, slow, slow down, 3, powerful lift and lower, 2, when we can switch around between levels, 1 more, and lowering down there, perfect, well done. Well, I'm just going to take the arms wide, the heels towards the bum, we're just going to windscreen wipe the legs from side to side, aiming to find just a nice and easy neutralization through the spine, a little bit of release through the hips. Working here for 5, moving from side to side with control, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Alright, from there we're going to give ourselves a little squeeze, a little stretching. Perfect. From there, we are moving into eagle crunches. Ooh, that was unexpected. I'm going to take the left foot over right, and if you can, you could wrap the left toes underneath the right toes, but no worries if they don't quite go there. From there, we're lifting up with the knees, lower back is on the floor, and we're going to lower and lift the legs. So option, stay there. Option, take fingertips to temples, chin to chest, and we're going to squeeze, crunch the knees towards the nose, and slowly move away. So we're taking that lovely strong squeeze and lift, powerful lift, and slow lower. Working here for 8, well done, squeeze and up, and slow lower down, 7, well done, 6, powerful squeeze, lift, 5, slow, 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 4, well done, squeeze and up, 3, 2, and 1, unravel. So wrapping your legs the other way, option 1, lower back on the floor, just going to lower and lift the legs. Option 2, we're taking fingertips to temples, engaging the core, chin to just squeeze, lift on up, and slow, control that lower down. So So really squeeze it, lift, powerful crunch through the abdominals, slowly lower down. Perfect. Working here for 8. Strong through the core, slow lower 7. Well done. Really powerful lift and squeeze 6. 5. Almost there. 4. Well done. Powerful squeeze and lift 3. Final exercise. Keep chin to chest, protect the neck. 2. 1 more if you can. And release. Give yourself a little squeeze, a little stretch. And from there, taking a happy baby. So peace sign fingers around the big toes, knees in towards the armpits, and starting to extend the whole of the lower back down to the floor. So the aim is to start to bring the tailbone down, keep the back of the neck long, the shoulders down the back, knees into armpits, and have a little play. If that's too much, you can just take the hands underneath the knees and find that stretch there. So just aiming to find space in the hips, maybe extending out one leg, maybe extending out with the other. Have a little rock and roll from side to side. Whatever feels good, we just aim to open out and stretch out through the hips, through the hammies. Take a little inversion, little reset. Working here for 3. Inhale. Exhale 2. And 1. Release. Plant both feet down. And now just taking your left ankle to your right knee, and we're taking a supine pigeon. So taking the hands through to the back of the right leg, or towards the right shin, underneath the right knee, whatever's good for you. Again, we're just aiming to keep the back long, the shoulders relaxed, back of the neck long, and draw that knee towards the chest and start to find a lovely deep stretch down through the back of the left leg. Inhale. And exhale. So we're just going to take this lovely big deep stretch in and out here. Shoulders relaxed for 3. Inhale. Exhale. 2. 3, 4. Steady breaths in. And out. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. And release. Right ankle onto the left knee. And then we're taking the hands through, stretching and finding that really lovely deep stretch right down through the back of the right leg. Inhale. And exhale. Shoulders relaxing, spine is long, deep, full, steady breaths in. And out. Working there for 3. Inhale. Exhale 2. One more deep, full breath in. And unraveling back. Taking the hands to the knees, just drawing some big sweeping circles with the knees one way. And the other way. And then finally stretching out long on the mat and taking a big full body yawn. Inhale, give yourself a little wiggle, a little shake out, stretching out. Take a really lovely deep full inhale. And exhale, relax. Closing the eyes and just counting out 3 deep breaths in. And out. 1 more deep inhale. Exhale. From there, give yourself a little squeeze, a little stretch. And when you're ready, rock your way up and find your way to any comfortable final seated position. Think about the sit bones grounding, the spine is long. And from there, we're just going to interlock the hands, turn the palms up to the sky, stretch up tall, deep, full inhale. Exhale. Chin to chest, pressing the backs of the hands towards the front of the room, draw the shoulders down and apart. Take a deep stretch in. Breathe into the back body. Exhale. And finally taking the arms out wide, stretching out through the chest, deep breath in. And perfect. Give yourself a little shimmy out, a little shake out. And thank you all so much for joining. Namaste. Well done, team. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks,